Let's make it quick.
He burned to death.
No. Look out.
Okay, she just regained a lot of health, so she's pretty much out of the danger zone now, I think.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
A wicked lord.
162. To arms, faithful souls. Oh, thickness is walking in. How did you get these up here? Did we not watch the elevators?
Let's see.
All right, once again, protect. That's 3 times I've used spin action points on protect and it hasn't worked. I don't know if it's something with that spot or what, but that's quite annoying.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Okay, AoE heal. More resolve.
But of course,
More armor.
Lord Captain.
Full
Let's
zap.
Strike me again and see what happens.
never end. I won't go down easy.
Moving out.
0% chance to hit. Okay.
Running binary override. Abide in the host of blessed creations of the Omnissiah.
2 hours to go stream? Yeah. Fairslaw says it's made by Alcat as well, so it's pretty similar. With the obvious differences, its mechanics is a different game system, and that it carries the spirit of an Alcat game. Yes. Dude, I think Alcat's working on 2 more games right now, and I'm honestly, like, as a like customer talking about a company, I'm so happy with, like, how they've done. It's like kind of like I grew up with Blizzard games, and now Blizzard is kind of a joke, but it's like as a kid, Blizzard was like, oh man, if they're making it, it's gonna be good, you know? And I feel like that with Alcat right now. And Larian.
Setting target parameters for tech familiar unit. Tech familiar activated.
Alright, do I still have this guy taunted? He is taunted for 2 more rounds. He's just not acting like it.
Schemes within schemes. What if...
There we go.
Let's see.
Shield bash missed.
An offering of blood.
Carnival of Misery. All enemies get all dots. And they take double damage from dots.
I am your
I don't know why she gets so insanely fast. Like, I know she has, like, decent speed, but then, like, with the speed buff, she could just cross, like, entire rooms. It's crazy. Hold on. Is she still bleeding? Yes. That's, for her, that's good.
As honor.
Oh! Did you see that? It's like, oh yeah, this will take away 10% of his health. Oh, I meant to say 100%. My bad. Let's move the skulls slightly.
I know what I'm doing, usually.
Usually.
I can do that with the right
I know what I'm
incentive.
doing. Misses the shot. Nice job.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
For the throne's glory.
Here we heal. Here we
Let's see to
resolve.
it.
Man, warp isn't going up at all. I mean, that's great. I'm just
Me?
surprised.
Never in 1,000 sectors. Protect me.
Alright.
Silence.
Xenomorph guy's gone.
If I may. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
But of course, Lord Captain. Everyone, step aside. Someone's death wish is mine to
Double
grant.
slurp.
Follow my lead.
Advancing.
Bird, bird, bird. Is there anyone else? Oh, who's that? Ah, there's one more in the corner over here.
A wicked thought.
There we go. Mm. Maddie says, remember pyromancers get a power that makes fire damage do instant damage to anyone that's burning. Then stack more stacks on top. Combine that with Carnival of Misery, you can explode the whole map. I did not know that. Alright. Nemesite is crouching on the ground, clutching at the bleeding wound under his ribs. His tortured body is still strong, and everything in his posture expresses a will to fight on. The red scarf no longer covers his face, and the vigilante grins at you with bloodied teeth. Weak. I have yet to be impressed. No longer covered by the broken goggles, the hairless skull is bulging with massive growths. However, the mutant nature of your enemy is just as quickly betrayed by an even more unsettling feature. The third arm growing out of his torso. You watch as its fingers deftly empty the drum of a stub revolver and load it with fresh rounds. I'm just letting him reload. So we finally meet. At last I will discover who has been hiding behind the name of Nemesite. The rebel scoffs and spits out a tooth together with a blood-streaked saliva. You still haven't figured it out, have you? Nemesite is not any one person. It is the vengeance and rage simmering on the lower decks of your usurped ship. It is the servant who cleans your chamber pot. The storage keeper whose family was butchered by enforcers. The train driver who was given half a dozen ration cards and 3 times as many shifts. It is the name of the one who will kill you sooner or later. Whoever accomplishes it will be the real Nemesite. You lost. Your battle for the ship's freedom is at an end. Do you have any last words before you die? He laughs derisively. Freedom? I care nothing for freedom or for the throngs willing to offer their necks to your yoke. I will not die for those wretches, but I will gladly pay for your demise with my life. Both you and your drudges come from the same rotten root. That is why you are so easy to fool. Nemesite and his march against authority are just a fancy story to tell the rabble. A convenient tool for recruiting the wronged and the dispossessed. In truth, all of you must die and make your way for those who are truly worthy. More pure, more pious, more courageous than any of you ever were. Coercion 55%. Can I save? I want to see this. I can't save in combo. Raise your voice menacingly. You lied to people, condemned them to death, and for that you will be punished. I will speak on behalf of those you have brought to ruin. Failed. He laughs, his voice full of scorn. Then put a bullet through your forehead. That was their ultimate goal, after all. Prepare to fight. You will be the last Nemesis the ship ever sees. I will make sure of it. Aren't you a little overconfident? He casts a glance at the stub revolver in his hand and back at you. You're right in front of me. My gun is loaded. I believe this tune is not quite finished yet. It feels like time has become viscous and is slowing you down. You see the bloody hand of Nemesis raise the weapon and your body reacts of its own accord. I'm wondering if, Cabela's gonna step in. There's no time to deliberate. You draw your weapon and point the barrel at Nemesis. My weapon is a mace, but he is already aiming his own at you. A malevolent grin spread over his face. The two black muzzles stare into each other and the world around you narrows to a thin line. Cabela emerges nearby like a shadow, blade gleaming menacingly in your hand. She hissed softly, ready to pounce. Is it your thread that will break today? It is your thread that will break today and no other. Save your message for your false god when you meet him, servant of death. I'm glad I get to take you both down at once. The second gun is now pointing at Cabela. I vow that your murderous sect will fall along with the Lord Captain. What? Why are these rolls so low? What? Oh, I know why. It's not using my party's skills. Okay, usually in a conversation, if it says like tech use, it uses Pascal's tech use, not mine. It's using mine for all of these. And my persuasion is not high, Cass's is. My Lore Imperium is not high, Jay's is. Commerce is J, Fellowship is, like, anyway. None of, the skills that I have are not relevant in this conversation. Fellowship 30%, exchange glances with Cabela. Failed. Her gaze is fixed on Nemesis, but she does not notice the look you're giving her. You may outnumber the enemy, but each of you must face the rebel alone. Persuasion 5%. Smile contemptuously. Oh, please. You resent that you were born a freak, so now you want to prove that you are just as good as us normal people. Failed. Oh, yes. I regret that I was born of foul blood. The same wretched blood that flows in your veins and the veins of your thralls. But such was the divine plan for me, and I am willing to play my part. A tense silence falls. For all the words have been spoken. At last, Nemesis says quietly, "It's time. Farewell, Lord Captain." The acerbic smile vanishes from his face. Instead, his demeanor turns cold, collected, calm, with the indifferent grimace of a skull. Time stops for a moment, and then, as if tossed by a blast wave, the events fly forward like murderous shrapnel. Again, it's using two very low skills on this character. Ballistic skill. He's melee. He doesn't have ballistic skill. He has weapon skill. Logic is Pascal. Logic. Nod to Cabela and act in tandem to deceive the enemy. Oh my god, success. 30% success. You and Cabela move as one, and you manage to confuse Nemesis with a perfectly timed maneuver. He is left hesitant to fire, but you're not. Is that his head? That's his head. Cabela takes a deep breath and wipes the blood off her blade. The living legend's head lies severed at her feet. Cabela, are you alright? He did not harm me. Cabela looks at Nemesis' body with an incomprehensible expression, but he tried. Such was his idea, and he remained committed to it until his last breath. His was a good death. Look at the corpse. So you're just a dude surrounded by greatness? I guess so. In my case, my character has really high athletics, toughness, carouse, which is like, you know, intimidation type of thing. What else? Melee skill is not crazy high, but it's much higher than his ballistic skill. But everything here, like every skill check in this conversation, was stuff that they have insane levels of. The decapitated body lies motionless on the deck. The cut at the neck stares back at you from the grotesquely distorted ridge of its spine. The power of the folk myth fades into the air like the smoke billowing from the muzzle of his stub revolver. Thus ends the struggle of Nemesis. Cabela picks up the severed head from the deck and gazes into its extinguished eyes with a strange wistfulness. The struggle is not people. The struggle is ideas, and people are merely their vessels. The carriers of the struggle. I need to reflect on his death, Daman. I need to stand before the Undying One and hear his blessed whisper. We can discuss what happened after. Okay. Muck, will you be streaming the new Guild Wars 2 stuff? I won't be live when they're doing it. I will be going over it during my evening stream tonight. Relic of Unknown Saints. When the wearer has less than half health, every second attack against them is automatically dodged. Lasts up to 2 rounds. That's a nice touch that he's got 3 pistols. Plasma pistol, bolt pistol. That's a lot of units on your character bar. Why so many? So in the last DLC, they added a subclass called the Overseer, and if you play it, you get a pet based on what your first class was. If you are playing an Arbites, which was also added to Darktide, you get a robot dog. Well, cyborg dog. There's a real dog under there. You could see some skin right there. If you are playing a... What is he? An operative, I think? You get a cybernetic eagle, which is actually quite nice. If you are playing a psyker and you go overseer, you get a raven. And if you cast any spells on the raven, they go AoE around it. So like if you do buff spells on the raven, like my favorite strat right now with him is have the raven in the middle of the party and then cast a bunch of buff spells on it and it hits the whole party. And then the officer, I think, can get the eagle or servo skulls. And these don't fight. It's kind of like they have different auras you can turn on. They're bards. They're future bards. Now so yeah, there's 6 party members, but I'm trying out all the new pet things, and I'm really liking them. So I've got 4 pets in my 6-man party. Let's see. Oh, that's a nice touch. You can even loot the officers that died during the cutscene. Confessor Arabella. The aberration dared violate the sacred ceremony and was obliterated. Retribution has been served. Served. Is Jocasta here? Can I talk with her? No, I don't think so. Just want to make sure you'll be going over today's drop from devs at normal stream time. Don't want to miss it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing it during the evening stream tonight, Jersey. Like, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. is the only time I'm not streaming on Fridays. So if I were to cover this while it's live, that would completely wreck anything productive I try to get done today. So, going to just be the late night guy. I'm sure Lorenity and the others will be doing it live if you wish to see it live. Alright. Tapping quick save. Was this the end of the game or is there more? No. God, no. There's probably another 100 hours. No. So, this game... Hold on. Let me catch you up real quick. Okay. So, the thing that you saw me just doing, I believe, is the main story of the DLC Void Shadows. And see, there's Cabela with some really nice artwork. So the game has gotten 2 major DLCs. Void Shadows was a little while back, and then Lex Imperialis is the one with like the dogs and all that, like the Arbites, the Cyber Dogs, the Cyber Mastiffs, and stuff like that. That's Lex Imperialis, and there's a story for that one too. So both of them have like a quest chain, and they each add a new party member. This one's Cabela, this one is Solomorn, and I had not played the game since before they made the DLCs. So I'm playing through the game again, and there's the 2 DLC storylines that I had never played, and what you just saw me doing was a step of one of those DLC storylines. When is the live stream, dev stream? 90 minutes. On their channel. Alright. Visit. Alright, so I had already been here, but now we've got information that the bad guys on our ship came from with last time that the ship docked here, and now we're pissed at this place. Lord Captain, the ship's cannons are fully primed. The station is well fortified and its inhabitants will probably attempt to fight back, but we are stronger. Do you command we attack this hotbed of genetic aberration? Ravor, do you have any tactical recommendations for the assault? I'd advise a decisive approach strategy. The station is well prepared for a long-range artillery duel. Rumor has it they traded with the Explorators for improved macro cannon boosters and warheads whose spirits can adjust the flight of missiles. In a short-range battle, their guns will be less dangerous. The mutant stronghold will fall. To arms! Meh. Monk, have you had an egg salad sandwich? I've had egg salad. I'm really not a fan of egg salad. I love eggs. I really don't like egg salad.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
Okay. What do I got? Oh, look at that. Wow, okay. We have never fought anything on this minigame other than ships. I want to remind you guys, our ship, Bodie McBoatface, is supposed to be many kilometers long. So that is a big flying city. That is a big flying city. I'm a little worried about my chances here. Alright, so, since we've got a whole big, massive boss thing here, we don't have as bad stuff. What's going on right here? What is this? Explosive Void Nebula. So whenever you're in this and you shoot, you will deal more damage and take more damage.
Set course.
Oh, wow, that died instantly. Okay.
Sail upon the seas of void.
Increase weapon range for the side guns? No, it's not enough, dang. Alright, deploy the boys. Deploy the boys! Could blink forward. Let's do that. And reinforce the rear shield. Fury Interceptor. How dogmatic we feeling today? Earlier there was a mutiny in like the cargo bay, and so we just turned off the life support of the cargo bay. The problem was solved real fast. What does that do? Whenever a vessel enters this anomalous zone, its shields are fully restored and have their strength increased. 2 random weapons of the vessel are disabled until it leaves the zone. Additionally, there's a chance of an internal fire. All shields fully restored.
Engage the lance.
Alright, I went through that to get the shields. Oh, I just got a Steam achievement. That was the only type of cloudy environment in space that I had never used before. So I've used all of them now. One. Oh my god. One of my escort ships just died. Emergency shifts. I just gained 59 health. Okay.
Set course. Unleash our fury.
Oh, there's so little I can do right now. Okay, got our shields back again. Are there any good benefits to doing world bosses regularly, or just pop in for fun largely? Mainly, I mean, income. You know, they drop money and resources that can be sold for money, and some of them have rare drops. So any of that, you know, could be good. But if you don't care about that, then income. Okay, so it's got unaimed so if 0 to 10 cells, he can hit with that. But if you are between 15 and 50, it has a bigger attack. So if you're really close to them, they do less damage. Alright. Hello, hello, Zamaz. Okay, one turret dead.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Do you know how many hours till the Guild Wars stream? You know, you're the first to ask today. About an hour and a half. Restart shields. Okay, the right shields are pretty much down. Reinforce that. That's gonna work on that. Okay, another cannon dead. The Heartless destroyed another one of their cannons. The Heartless got destroyed.
Engage the lads.
What is this thing doing? This facility is the source of energy for the entire base. If it were destroyed, all modules of the base would be significantly weakened. Turret damage reduced by 50%, and the control tower shields are deactivated. Okay. I think though, just because of the time, the number of hit points on that thing, I think it's going to be better just to shoot those guns and take them out.
Engage the macro cannons.
Wait, okay, there was something here with hit points and it's gone now? I guess it got destroyed?